particularly for those like us, kindergarten through 12th grade,
Yeah.
right? So when your child is 5, of course you're sitting there, right? Because your child is 5 years old in kindergarten. But literally my
beside
son is
him.
there beside him. And you know what? The first question he asked, what's your Insta? I said, your Insta? Yeah.
And also, another elephant in the room, I believe, that concerns online learning is the socialization. Okay, I wanna get into that because the first thing, of course, almost every parent would ask, how about socialization? It's a real concern because some kids prefer to be alone now. How kids actually make and keep friends in an online school mode. So where do online students actually meet other students? And are there clubs or group projects or social events that are built into the school?
Yes. The answer is yes. Socialization is just as important as academics, and extracurricular activities are also just as important as academic. So, yes, in online settings, we have what's called the virtual clubs. So, there's National Honor Society, there's National Junior Honor Society, there's cooking clubs, hiking clubs, digital marketing clubs, newspaper clubs. So, they're all chess club.
Wow.
So, we have all these plethora of different types of clubs, and it's asynchronous, which is really a challenge because it's asynchronous, right? But we have found a way to make it work to where everyone is able to join in and meet each other depending on what your likes are, right? If you like cooking, you join the cooking club and everyone likes cooking there,
Yes.
right? And it's relaxed. It's not so rigid because it's not academics. It's just a club. So you're not so intense, right? You can kind of show off your talent in that particular club. So that is very, very important. And even in college applications, there are many students who have a 5.0 GPA or a 3.08 GPA. What extra curriculum activity did you do? One of the positive things about online schools is that it allocates time for you because you finish school in 3 hours, right? Two is these students now are all about online. My own son, he had a friend right there. They're right there. He literally my
beside
son is
him.
there beside him. And you know what? The first question he asked, what's your Insta? I said, your Insta? Yeah. What's your Instagram? I'm like, but you're talking to him right here. I know, but we rather just be quiet and talk
Right.
on Instagram. I don't understand the concept when there's a live human being right there. This is what the kids do. So
Yeah.
this virtual club thing works for them because it's how they understand. It's a new form of socialization.
Right.
So that's my answer to that. Again, I have been in every facet, which is why I created a structure to ensure that we're always up to date, we're innovative, and we're meeting kids of where they are so they can learn, they can have optimal learning
Right.
experience.
And it's great to know that they have a lot of available options. And also you get to meet other students, I believe, from other countries. Is that right? Also, is that
Worldwide.
worldwide?
Exactly.
Right.
Worldwide. Africa, Central America, Asia, North America, South America, worldwide. And it's so interesting. Even when we have our meetings, our board of director meetings, where we invite parents and students and everyone, all our stakeholders, and just seeing the different countries just on these tiles are awesome.
Yeah.
The different accents, the cultures, the different food, beautiful to watch.
Right. But what about,
Absolutely.
of course, there are also, we discussed this earlier about bullying. How is bullying handled in a digital environment? It's a different world where you can just post anytime or anything that you want to say or just, and stay anonymous. So how does the school handle that? Or how do you handle bullying?
That's a great question. So every school has a policy, right? And in our policy, we have a cyberbullying. That's what it's called,
Right.
cyberbullying. And it could be something offensive, like, I don't like you or whatever it is. And what schools do, online settings do is we are able to see they're mediated. Nothing is free. Remember, there's a structure.
Right.
It's free, but it's not free, in terms of your behavior, right? So we are able to see everything within the system, and it'll be trigger words that we'll see what you're saying to each other. And if so, there are policies that handles that, whether it's expulsion, okay, because you still can be expelled from an online education, okay? So whether it's expulsion or some type of, again, we'll call parents to let parents know this is happening and this is not tolerated in our school. And immediately it's handled. There are consequences to these behaviors. And luckily, honestly, we really don't have much of those because it's just asynchronous kind of, everybody's just wanting to learn about each other and things. I'm not saying we don't have any kind of thing, but when it comes to cyberbullying, I think these kids in this side of setting, it's not what we face as educators in an online setting. However, there are policies, and that's a good question. There are policies and consequences for those type of cyberbullying and those type of things. And expulsion is one of them immediately. And knowing that before you come into this setting, these are the policies that you're saying, yes, I will abide or comply to. So parents and students are very aware and exactly how we feel as an educated online institution, how we feel about these type of things.
Right.
So online cyberbullying is absolutely a no-no. And it does include a lot, specific consequences, inclusive of expulsion.
Wow. I think that reassures the parents that, their kids are still protected. Yeah.
I always tell our parents, they're doing it anyway. They are online. If we're being honest, that's why I love being a parent too, because I can test from that.